All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. Bear with me a little bit, guys. I'm fighting a little bit some allergies yesterday. Actually, the past couple of days, I've been fighting a little bit of allergies. So I couldn't do the morning note or anything like that. Feeling a little better now. I got my little immune booster smoothie. So a lot of it's just resting and everything like that. So I'm kind of letting the team do everything, handle the chats and everything. I'll get in as much as I can, but just fighting this allergies is a real pain in the ass. So now I'm gonna do this morning note for you guys, and hopefully I don't sound too crazy or too terrible. I know I didn't do the last couple. I didn't do it yesterday or Monday, but again, I'm trying to fight this allergy. So just bear with me, guys. If I sound like shit, I'm sorry. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's talk about the markets. Dow futures are up 104 points. Nasdaq up 47. S&P up 12. The Russell's up 9, and crude futures are up about 1%. 1.3% on the 10-year yield. Gold futures are slightly down, basically flat, 18.15 an ounce. 24.14 on silver, down about 0.31%. Euro dollar is about 7 pips, 118.46. 110.05, basically flat for the dollar yen for my Forex people. The big news here is Ethereum and Bitcoin and crypto in general. I'll go over my crypto portfolio one more time for you guys. I know you guys love to see it. 3,800 on Ethereum, up about 1.5% on the future side. We're above 50,000 on Bitcoin. It is up 3.84% on the futures. What else we got? The dollar index is basically flat, 92.44. The VIX is down 1.37% at 1589. That's pretty wild to see that. Let's go and take a look at the VIX. Let's go ahead and bring up the VIX here and kind of take a look at what's the next level. Bear with me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Here's a daily chart. You can see pretty much a downtrend for the most part on the volatility index. The lows that we gotten for this year was 1410, which was right around July. If we go to max it out and kind of open it up, the lowest you're going to get to for the most part, lowest we've ever had was in November 2020. Really? No, that has to be November 2017. We got to around 855. I would say for the most part, anything below 12 or below 13, you almost have to buy protection because it's not going to get lower than that. So again, we're at 1586, which is fine, but anything below 13, that's when I start picking up some VIX, VIXY or whatever for some protection for the most part, because we're more likely going to bounce. But once we hit that level, we probably top out short term, fall a little bit, and go from there. But the market is still grinding up. Again, the 100-day moving average on E-mini futures has been holding. The 50-day moving average on the daily has been holding. I talked about that on Instagram the other day about preparing yourself for any kind of fall. Sure, the past is the past. All we can do is go by historical patterns, but just for the most part, protect yourself. If there's a time that you ever want to take a look at some puts in the future, if the charts allow it, September and October might be it, because seasonally they are the weakest, November, December being the strongest. So if anything, you may want to have some cash deployed on the sidelines just in case you get a little fall on some names that you do like, and you can go ahead and pick up. Again, I apologize for my throat. Good morning. Where is Manu jersey? I see a lot of Real recently. Oh, this is actually Ronaldo's number. So I'm representing Ronaldo today. He is the GOAT. He is the one that has the international record. He broke the record yesterday versus Ireland. So this is the only Ronaldo shirt I have. Again, it's the Real shirt. So I just wanted to represent the GOAT, and that's all. But again, I love Real Madrid and I love Manchester United. So of course. Thoughts on WTI after a OPEC meeting? Let's then take a look at oil. I do expect crude to continue rising around. I really do think that crude can get to as high as $100 a barrel. But really, the first level we need is 76.98, and I expect us to get there. On the daily, we need to break that 50-day moving average, which is right around 70.17. That's your first level of resistance. If that does break, 76.98 is next in line. If that's the case, I start looking at some oil plays on the option side. What's going to happen to Amazon today? Your prediction? Amazon has been looking to fill that gap As you can see, right around 35.80. The problem is that it's very expensive to signal. But I know a couple of people that did trade some Amazon. They made some great money because they were looking at the charts. But again, for the most part, 35.80 is your target. Right now, we did fall a little bit. It's at 34.97 currently. The 50-day moving average around 34.60 is your next support. But again, for the most part, I am bullish on Amazon long term anyways. TTCF. I don't know much about this company, so bear with me a second. TTCF is moving up at 22.69, yes. But right now, there is a short-term resistance around 23.40. So again, I don't know what the hell TTCF is, but again, if you are trading it, 23.40 is your resistance. I'd wait for that break. Excuse me. AMD thoughts for the month. AMD thoughts for this month. AMD, the target is 118.06. That's the break I'm looking for, 118.06. Right now, we're at 110.44 pre-market. Short-term resistance would be right around 111.57. If that breaks, I'd play some calls for the upside, possibly the 115s, maybe the 113s to make it a little more conservative. Let's see, how high can BABA go this week? Well, remember, guys, tomorrow's Friday. It doesn't matter. We did break above the break level of 174.95, so I can cancel that. So the word is that Beijing is going to open their own stock exchange. That's great. More than likely, that'll be less regulation. But again, Alibaba, I've been holding and buying dips. I think this company is great long term. Everyone's very fearful of what's going to happen with Alibaba. Alibaba, to me, is the best Chinese company out there. They're insanely profitable. 178.07 looks good. There is a gap to fill right around 182.80. That'd be my short-term target. But for the month, who really knows? WFC took a hit. Do you think it's oversold at the moment? Most banks took a hit because rates are down. Again, JPM, I had a trade on it. That's basically going to die. Again, I thought we were going to get that rotation. We had JPM last week. We caught for a scalp, but right on Monday it fell because banks were basically being rotated out for tech. That's just the name of the game. Is it short-term oversold? Yeah, technically, but again, if you're looking to buy WFC, 40.97, 41 is your level to target. Merit calls for next week. I would wait for Friday because over the weekend is where it really happens. Remember, weekends are for crypto. We made some money on Merit calls last Friday. We got it because over the weekend and everything like that. We actually called it on Friday. So taking a look at Mara here, your next level up is right around 41.90 is resistance, short term. We already broke that. I think we're going to get to 45. So I'm possibly looking at 45 calls for next week on Mara. We'll take a look at that today. That'll be on my watch list for today. So let's take a look at Mara, 45 calls. Let's wait and see if we got volume. That should be on the watch list today, guys. Take a look at it. Again, the only other thing is that there's a downside risk here for a gap to fill. Excuse me. What are your thoughts on MasterCard and May? They're at pre-COVID levels. I think MasterCard's a fabulous company just like Visa. They're a great company to own long term. And if you're buying this dip here, I think you're going to be extremely happy long term. I own Visa. MasterCard is fine too. If you want to buy it, MasterCard is a great company as well. Any inside JPM calls for live trading? Yeah, that's dead, guys. JPM is dead for the most part. I mean, we just fell, and that's all it is. It fell Monday. We waited for the bounce, but we couldn't get it. You see right here on Monday, it just tanked, and it just went sideways. Nothing we could do there. We got rotated out on banks. Since Biden left Afghanistan, what is he going to use the money for now? About the massive hurricanes, someone has to rebuild that. Infrastructure ETFs. Yeah, you can always do infrastructure ETFs. Usually when hurricanes hit, the stocks that do very well are Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's. So you can always take a look at those three. I hate to be that guy to want to profit from other people's misery. I don't like to think like that. But again, I understand if you're looking into that. But for the most part, obviously our thoughts and prayers are with people in Louisiana with hurricanes. As someone that lived in Miami for years, we dealt with hurricanes almost every year. It's terrible. You can get property damage. Hopefully no one is hurt, but insurance companies cover it. Insurance companies take a lot of the hit in the stock market, your Allstates, your State Farms, and what have you. But Home Depot, Lowe's, and those guys do very well when it comes to hurricanes and natural disasters. Do you use level 2 to trade options? I do not. NEO filled the gap today. Let's feed NEO. There's a gap to fill right around 40.75. The resistance was right here at 39.68. I was waiting for that break. It didn't happen. So again, I would not touch NEO. No, I'm sorry. I would not touch it. And that's it. But again, I think the main thing you should watch today is Mara. I think crypto continues to soar, and Mara might be the play for next week. So if you're taking a look at it with me, more likely the 45 calls for next week are the trade to play. It's right here. But again, I don't have volume yet, so again, I just have to wait for that. Let's see if we get volume today. I'll fill that and go from there. But yeah, the JPM calls we did on the live just didn't work out. There's not going to be any more freebies. There's not going to be any more lives for the rest of the year. It's just not going to happen. It's just too much to keep up with you guys. And no offense, I don't know who you guys are. I don't know if you knows how to trade. And again, all we get is a million DMs asking if we're holding it. So no, there's not going to be any more freebies. There's not going to be more live trading. There will be premium member live trading, which we have on YouTube, yes, because we know who these individuals are. But for regular freebie on Instagram, that's done with. That's never going to happen again. It's just too much to deal with. Individuals don't know how to trade, and we're not going to have that guilty conscience when an individual doesn't know what they're doing. So we'll leave it at that. Mara, I would say Mara is your best bet over the coin, and I like coin. Still expecting rotation out of tech with strong numbers tomorrow. That's the million-dollar question. If the job number is weak tomorrow, then what happens is the Fed will pull back a little bit of that taper talk because employment is not there yet. Tech should soar because rates will stay low and tapering talks will subside. So we'll leave it at there, guys. Have a great rest of your day. GARcapitalfx.com is the website. I apologize for my throat. I'll try to talk as little as possible for the rest of the day. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow if I recover. Cheers, guys.